Guys, so I'm gonna do an update video. It's been a little while since I did an update video. I have been posting more videos, but no kind of update. So if you're here for Flosstube, this is what I've done. Same thing I had done last time. I have not done any crafting in so long. I feel like I'm not even a crafter anymore, honestly. I've been working on my resale, and I've been making videos about other things. If you've watched, you know I work from home and I hate being trapped in the house. So on my days off, I leave the house as much as I can. I've been going down to the lake down by my house. It's like a 10-minute drive when the school zone is off. If the school zone is on, it's like a 15-minute drive. So I can't go down there on work days, but I've been trying to go down there on off days. So the other day when I went down there, I picked up some rocks and shells and this little feather. If you follow me on Instagram, which should be in the comments, I think, you'll see that I posted pictures. So he's got some shells. This is all limestone around me, so there's lots of shells. Some cool rocks. I don't know what any of these are. I really want to buy a rock tumbler, but my husband keeps telling me no because they're so noisy. This one, it looks like carnelian, but I don't know if we have carnelian in Texas. This one is really red when it's wet. This one is red and black. This one is also red. Oh, this one, I'm not sure if this is like a sedimentary rock or if it's wood or bone, because I don't think the computer will pick it up, or the camera. But see, it's got like striations and stuff, so I don't know. It was just cool. And then this little piece of agate is really cool. So I went down there today and I did pick up a couple of rocks, but they're still in the car. I also picked up a lot of trash both days. I went to Waco to a craft festival. Waco's the like bigger city right above my city. Went to a craft fair festival show, whatever. I don't know what they called it, but it wasn't as big as I thought it would be, because like they were super duper marketing it on Facebook and Instagram, but it was only like 5 rows, and there was a lot of not craft stuff. Like there was a what are those knives? Cutco. There was a Cutco. There were several people selling like supplement things. There was a couple of people doing like soups and dips kind of things. There was a lady selling freeze-dried candy. I got 3 bags of freeze-dried candy from her. I bought my husband a knife, a Damascus steel knife with a really pretty handle. It's dull as all get out, which made me feel really dumb. But I also kind of feel like maybe the guy left them dull because he sells them at craft shows. I don't know. It's really pretty though. What else? So I bought a lot of junk for myself. And I shouldn't say junk. Like, people put a lot of effort into some of this stuff. But I bought this little crocheted kitty. He doesn't sit up very well. And she had several. I wish she'd have had like a tuxedo. But she had a couple of calicos and a tabby. And then this little black one. And honestly, he's a little wonky. And he was the most wonky of all of them. Which is another reason I bought him. Because like I saw people walking by her booth and I didn't really see her selling anything. She had a lot of bigger toys. But he's cute. He's a little wonky. He's going to sit over here. He doesn't sit up very well. He has to lean up against something. And then there were lots of possums. Lots and lots of possums at all different places. It's kind of like a bean shape or a zoom shape. Zoom. But I just thought he was really cute. So I got those from her. And then there were a couple of people selling 3D printed stuff. So the one lady, I got this Grogu, and he's like, he looks like he's knitted, but he's 3D printed. And he was actually the last one. She said this was one of the first kind of knitted print ones that they did, and he was the last one she had. I hope he's got fluffies on him. And then I also got an Eevee, because Eevee's my favorite Pokemon. And she also has a like texture to her, but it's not really the same texture. It's not gonna show her. Alright. Put this stuff back up, or else it'll just be laying here forever. Now there was another guy who had tons of 3D printed stuff, and most of his stuff was little. So I think I showed this keychain that I got before at another place, and my sister thought it was really cute. She's like, oh my gosh, I would carry that. So when I was there, that guy had this possum. So see, this possum is much bigger and brighter. He didn't have any more little possums, but he did have a little skunk. So I took my possum and put it on a different ring. These were not on rings. So I put him on a ring, and I kept the bigger, brighter colored possum. And then I got them each a little possum, because I actually found the little possums first. And then I got myself this little multicolored mouse. His toes look weird because of how the color shifted. So his toes look kind of weird. He stands up though. Like he'll stand up on his feet, or he'll lay down. And then I got this little fox. So these were 4 for $10, I think. Yeah, 4 for $10. And then these were $5, this size. And then this one was $8, I think. But yeah, so I know my sisters don't watch my videos, so they're not going to see this. I'm going to put this stuff back in here. I'm actually going to see them in a couple of weeks. We're going to go to this huge flea market that has a 6-acre sunflower field that you can walk through. It's like a sunflower maze. It is 3 hours away though, so I told them that I wanted to leave kind of early because I want to get there for the heat of the day. So another thing I wanted to show, so what I have been doing puzzles. Not really crafty, but been doing puzzles, been doing, reading some magazines. I have a huge pile of magazines because I love magazines, but then I get them and I don't read them. Went to Pop Mart today, Pop Shelf. I had to go to the post office because I actually sold something on eBay, so I got some pens. I love, because they have open stock pens. So I got one of these sparkle ones last time. I got the black one. Well, this time they had pink, green, and blue. So I like the way they write. They're very juicy pens. And then I got another friction pen to use in my book that I use for work, because it's a rocket book, so you write with friction pens and then you can just wipe it off. I thought this was different than the blue I had, but now it looks like the same blue. Oh well, that's fine. I'll just keep this one to the side for when this one runs out. And I got these. Now, I hate that half the stuff in Pop Shelf doesn't have prices on it, so I did not know these were $7. But it's Thundercats. So if you're near my age, Thundercats were pretty big when we were young. I remember in like 1st grade, 2nd grade playing Thundercats with some of my friends. There was 2 boys and then another girl. And so she was always Cheetara, and I either had to be Wily Cat, which was the baby girl, or I had to be Snarf. They would never let me be Momra. They would never let me be Chitara. I always had to either be Snarf or Wily Cat. But whatever. So I'm hoping that they're different. Like, they feel different weights and they feel different sizes, so I'm hoping they're different. I'm gonna make a video opening those. And something, so if I have videos of where I went to the museum, and I'm trying my darndest to get stuff up on Instagram, but you can't schedule Instagram posts from the website. You have to do it from the app, which is a real pain in the butt when you're trying to type a bunch of stuff out. So, and you can't I can't figure out how to just put stuff in drafts. So as of right now, there's only like 3 posts, but there will be more eventually. But they have a gift shop, and in the gift shop they have a lot of books. So if you know me, you know I buy books more than I read books, and a couple of them were books that I had seen other places and didn't buy because of the cost. And I figured, you know, if I'm gonna pay $25 for a book, I'd rather pay $25 for a book at the local free museum than at Amazon or at Book People or Barnes & Noble. You know, somebody that doesn't need the whatever the little profit is. So I'm going to show y'all the books that I bought finally so that I can go put them on my shelves. So here's the bag. It is very heavy. So this top layer here, this is the little pamphlets from the thing. This is the Chisholm Trail Monument is the tall statue that I tried to take pictures of. I don't think I did a very good job, but I think you can see it in one of my videos. Then they have these magazines that are free. So this one has Bonnie on it. Once again, more magazines I haven't read. And then this one has a female aviator. I guess it's this lady, Dorothy Ann Smith Lucas. So, put those over in my pile of magazines I need to read. And then this book was only $1. It was on clearance, and it's just photographs. So, it's photographs of people, places. Some of them are quite interesting. I just flipped past one that was really weird. Yeah, it's called Wings of Desire from 1993. But El Ojo Fino, the Exquisite Eye. Really doesn't tell me. I guess I'll have to read it. So, an exhibit organized by the Whitliff Gallery of Southwestern New Mexican Photography, Texas State University, San Marcos. So, I've been to the Whitliff Gallery. It's in the ground, or it used to be 100 years ago when I went to school there. It was in the ground floor of the library, and it was free for students. Here's another book. I think this one was also on clearance. It was like $1.75. So it's also, oh, it says $5, but I think it was only like $1.75. But it's also a photography book, and this one is the Museum of the Great Plains in Lawton, Oklahoma, and it is Native Americans. I'm a photographer and also a history buff, so love books about photography. This one was also on clearance. What is it? It says 7 on the back and 5 on the front, but I think it was like $2. This one's from Russell Lee. If you know anything about historic photography, he was the man. This one is also from the Whitliff Gallery at Texas State. So, just pictures. Now, I would love to do flip throughs of those, but I think that would be rude. This one is also photography. This is African American portraits from 1912 to 1925. This one was also on clearance. All of their little like pamphlet style books were on clearance. I guess they're trying to kind of clean that section up. Then I got 4 actual books. So I live in Bell County, and I've actually seen this book at, I think I might have saw it at Barnes & Noble. But it was $25. It's, you know, telling different stories about different crimes and things that happened here. Looks like there's 32 chapters, so 32 stories. Oops. And then I also saw this one at Barnes & Noble. This one was $22. I spent like I think it came out to like right at $100 even with change. So this one is about shipwrecks and different things in the state. Like they're very little, like very small little write-ups for each one, but there's supposedly a lot of pirate treasure like down in Galveston and stuff on the barrier islands. Then this one I've also seen at Barnes & Noble, and it was also $22. This one and the treasure one were both from the History Press. But this one is just weird things that happened in Texas. It says prairie dog lawyers, peg leg stage robberies, and mysterious Malakoff men. So it's just different stories. Each one's a couple of pages. Oh, there's no... Yeah, like this one's 3 pages. There's no index or, not index, table of contents. So there's that. And then this one I hadn't seen before, but looks super interesting. This one's from Texas A&M University Press. And I don't remember how much this one was. It doesn't say. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Oh, it was $19.95. But it is just historical black cowboys with photos and references and... Let's see. So, part 1, part 2, part 3, and then there's a list. So there's 24 chapters, so 24 different people. And then a list of illustrations, but like, look at this guy. Now he's also the guy on the cover. And there's these guys. So yeah, those are the books that I got. I'm gonna have to get these stickers off of here because it's gonna drive me nuts. Oh, look, it's peeled right off. But those are the books I got, so now I can go put them up now that I've shown y'all. So I haven't, like I said, I haven't been crafting. I haven't been doing any kind of crafts at all. Oh, I take that back. I did one of these. And I stuck it back in the box. So this is a diamond painting. Y'all can tell I still don't know how to use this stupid camera. This is a diamond painting. Look how big these diamonds are. Like here's the leftover ones. Here's the pin. Look how big that diamond is compared to the pin. I know it's supposed to be for kids, but it was fun. This little thing was $5. I've done this one. I haven't done the unicorn yet. But it was fun. It was quick. I didn't film it. I was going to, and then I decided not to. I may film doing the unicorn. She's really cute. If I film doing the unicorn, I'll probably put it on my coloring channel. But yeah, that's that's what I've been up to. Buying too much stuff, trying not to stay in the house. Um, I bought some supplements that I keep seeing. The Goli, the ashwagandha or whatever, that's supposed to help with cortisol, which is supposed to help with stress, which is also supposed to help with like random crazy thoughts. So I'm hoping that it will help with my anxiety, maybe. Um, at work, I've almost made it 6 months, which is crazy because I started in January. Now it's the middle. I started the middle. Technically, I started at the beginning of December. We went on the floor at the floor on the phones the middle of January, and so in at the first week of June, we actually moved to what they call the region, which is going to be our permanent home. We're out of training, we're out of OJT, we're moving to our permanent home. And so we had our meeting about that yesterday. Nothing really changes per se, just we get a different supervisor and there won't be as many meetings. But other than that, everything stays the same. There is more opportunities. That's when we start getting the opportunities to change schedules, to figure out where we want to go from here. Like, this is like the starting point, sales. Do we want to go to services? Do we want to go to homeowners insurance? Do we want to, go to claims? Or do we want to get off the phones and go be a trainer or go be a supervisor, whatever. So it does open up more opportunities for us. So yeah, we're basically becoming permanent employee. Well, we're permanent employees, but like we're real employees now. We're going out into the big world. We're not going to be in training anymore. So that's exciting. I honestly, when it started, I didn't think I would still be here, and I tried to not be there. I actually went on an interview I told y'all about a couple weeks ago. It was awful. I haven't really applied for anything else. I've been seeing some other jobs. My husband and I have plans, and those plans would really be helped if I worked from home. So I'm going to try and just stick this out. I mean, at this point, nobody's told me that I'm doing like the worst job ever. I'm obviously not the worst employee they've ever had, or else they would have already gotten rid of me. My sales are down for this month. I'm only at 88% for May, whereas I was at 94% for April. But it seems like everybody's sales have been down, and we've been kind of slow on the phones even. Plus, with doing all the transitions, and we're having to do more training. I had to do more state-specific training. We are getting pulled off the phones more. Plus, there's been a lot of computer issues where we've been having to call IT and get IT to fix things. So if you're not on the phone, you can't make sales. So I'm not too worried about it. For the year, I'm at like, year to date, I think I'm at 92%. They want you to be at 100%. I don't know how many people in the company are at 100%. I don't really care. We do there's like contests and stuff, so there's not like bonuses, but there's contests. So like if you're the highest seller on your team and this and that, yes, it would be nice to get a little bit extra money, but I'm not gonna stress about it too much. I'm already stressed out enough doing this job to then stress out about trying to be the best and trying to force people to buy. And if people don't have money, they don't have money. It doesn't really matter how nice you are, how much you explain to them, or how much they trust you, or whatever. If they don't have money, they don't have money. Just period. So I mean, I get where they're coming from, and I understand the training, and if we do things this way, more people buy, and blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, the people still have to have the money to give us. And if they don't have it, they just don't have it. So I'm not going to stress about it until somebody tells me that I'm doing a terrible job, or I have made a bunch of mistakes that's cost the company money, or I've done something illegal. because there is a lot of legal stuff involved with the job I have. Um, you know, until then I shouldn't stress about it because I'm already upset all the time as it is. I get anxiety every morning. Literally on my days off, like today, it's like I live in a different world than on the days that I work. So, I don't know. So, that's enough rambling about me disliking my job and being stressed out. I think I've been rambling on that for like 5 minutes already. So, I'm going to let you guys go. Please like, subscribe, do all the things if you haven't already. I think I'm at 78 subscribers, maybe 79 subscribers. I got all the way up to 80 and then I lost a couple, but it is what it is. There will be more brick building Lego videos coming. Maybe I'll get some crafting done. Maybe this supplement will help and I'll be able to chill out and get some crafting done. Who knows? If not, this may become a Lego channel instead of a crafting channel. Who knows? But it is what it is. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.